Hey guys, today's video is going to be my classic Valentine's Day makeup look, and I'm going to be featuring a winged eyeliner and a bold lip. So if you'd like to see how I created this look, then please keep watching. So I'm going to begin by priming my skin with the MAC Strobe Cream in Peachlite. I've really been liking this product, so I already have this on my face. And I also have my eyebrows done. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre, and I'm using a Morphe E27 to do this. It's the same brush I always use. I'm gonna be using the Modern Renaissance palette for this eye look today, so I'm gonna begin by putting the shade Golden Ochre all over my eyelid, and it's going to be used just to set the eye primer. I'm using the E40 brush from Sigma to do this. Next, I'm taking the shade Warm Taupe on that same brush, and I'm going to be using that shade as a transition shade, and I'm going to put it in my crease and slightly above my crease, just to give my eye a little bit of definition. Today's look is going to be an all matte eyeshadow look except for the inner corner. So yeah. And I'm blending the shade really well. Next, I'm taking the shade Raw Sienna on that same Sigma E40 blending brush, and I'm going to be putting that in the same area. I'm going to actually put this shade just a little bit above that Warm Taupe shade, and I'm just kind of creating a gradient. So I want to have the colors going from dark to light up to the brow bone, and I'm going to blend this one in really well as well. Now I'm going to take the shade Red Ochre on a Morphe M433 blending brush, and I'm going to put this shade just in the outer V, and I'm going to slightly blend it into the crease, but mainly focusing most of the pigment on the outer V of the eye. I kind of like press it onto the outer V and then blend with sweeping motions. And I try to keep it mostly in that outer corner, kind of just wiggling the brush. Next, I'm going to be taking a clean Sigma E40 blending brush just to blend out the edges that was looking a little unblended. So I'm going to take that brush and just blend over everything. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Now I'm going in with Golden Ochre, and I'm going to be using this shade to pat on my eyelid. It's a very light tan shade, and it looks like pretty much nothing, but I think it adds a very nice pop without having to put like a shimmer or anything on the eyelid. Next, I'm going to take this shade Cypress Umber, which is that really dark brown eyeshadow in the palette, and I'm going to use that just to deepen up the outer edge of the eye. And this one I'm actually going to stick right in the outer V, and I'm not going to put any of it in the crease. So I'm kind of like patting it onto the outer corner of the eye, and then I'm blending it a little bit. Next, I'm going to take the shade Burnt Orange, and I'm going to use that on a MAC 224 brush, and I'm going to blend this above the crease and just below the brow bone, so at the very top. So I want a little bit of warmth to show through, and that's why I'm using this shade to do that. Next, I'm taking a Sigma E58 and the shade Tempera, and that's going to be my brow bone highlight. Next, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. So I'm taking the Inglot Duraline with the Inglot gel liner in number 77 on a angled liner brush, and I'm going to do my wing liner. I'm not going to do a super bold wing because I do want to keep it somewhat wearable because this is a Valentine's Day look, so I didn't want to do it too bold. I'm also not very good at doing eyeliner, to be honest, so I did my best to put in as much as I could of this part, but it literally took me almost 10 minutes just to do my wings, and that is way too long in my opinion, which is why I don't typically do eyeliner, but I guess we all learn as we go, and yeah, this is kind of like my technique for doing it. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Loreal Pro Glow, and I'm using it in the shade 207. I'm dotting it all over my face, and then I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend that into my skin. The beauty blender is damp, in case you're wondering. I do like this foundation, but I would say it's kind of like a medium coverage. So if you wanted something a little more full coverage, I wouldn't recommend this foundation. But I do like the finish of it, and I do think it has not too glowy of a finish. Now I'm using my favorite concealer combo, which is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer along with the Maybelline Age Rewind, and I'm using that to conceal my under eye circles. I've really been enjoying this combo. I didn't color correct today because I just didn't think it was necessary, and I'm using a damp beauty blender to blend out my concealer. And I make sure to just pat and I don't swipe underneath my eyes to make sure that I keep the coverage where I want it. Next, I'm going to be setting my under eyes with the Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I have a new technique for applying translucent powder underneath the eyes to set the under eyes. So I'm going to do a video on that hopefully coming up soon. So stay tuned for that one. In order to set my face, I'm taking my favorite Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder, and I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush to apply this to my face. To bronze today, I'm using Bobbi Brown's Golden Light on a MAC 129 short handle brush. Next, I'm taking Tarte's Amazonian Clay Blush in the shade Unstoppable to apply to my cheeks. I got this in a gift set during the holidays, so I don't know if this is sold individually, but any light pink blush would look great with this look. I'm using a Morphe E4 to apply this to my face. Next, I'm putting on my favorite mascara combo, which is the Urban Decay Perversion Mascara on my top eyelashes and the MAC Giga Black Mascara on my lower lashes. Not sure where that clip went, but I also put the shade Primavera on my inner corners to highlight the eyes. Now I'm taking NYX's lip liner in the shade Hot Red to line my lips. And for lipstick today, I'm using Sephora's Lip Stain in the shade Always Red. It's my favorite red. It looks good on so many different skin tones. And these Sephora lip stains, which they're actually just liquid lipsticks, are really comfortable on the lips and they last a really long time. So if you haven't had a chance to do so, please do check them out. I really, really, really like them. So this is the finished look, you guys. I hope that you enjoy it. It's very simple to recreate, so I hope that you do. And happy Valentine's Day. Bye!